Good evening, viewers. Welcome to our podcast, Mindset Mastery Learn and Thrive. The topic of discussion today is breaking barriers, empowering young women. Today, we embark on an inspiring journey to empower and uplift young girls everywhere. In a world brimming with gender stereotypes and societal expectations, it's time to rewrite the narrative. Join us as we dive deep into conversation that ignite change, challenge norms, and celebrate the boundless potential of every young girl. Get ready to be inspired, informed, and empowered to make a difference. Let's break barriers, defy expectations, and pave the way for a future where every girl can thrive. Welcome to the revolution. Welcome to Mindset Mastery, Learn and Thrive. Join me in welcoming our distinguished speaker, Professor Jaee Joglekar, also known as by her familiar name as Professor Jaee. She is currently working as an assistant professor in the field of management science and business administration. She is also an active reviewer at a global academic press. She has worked as a program coordinator and a training and placement officer at the beginning of her career. Professor Jaee is a research scholar from Pune University and also a student training and counseling expert. She is also an author. She has published a book on entrepreneurship and is an active member of national bodies like ISTD, Indian Society for Training and Development, and IARA, Indian Academic Researchers Association. So welcome ma'am, welcome to our platform.
Namaste, sir. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Absolutely. Thank you for such a crisp introduction. And thank you for basically inviting me on your podcast. I have gone through your recent podcasts and recent interviews as well. They're really amazing. And thank you so much for inviting me.
So, madam, since we all know about the background, what the position is there of our girls in our society, despite the society has changed a lot in the recent years, but still that linger on the mind of the girls actually. So this is very much still.
Absolutely.
So, and they are the only who suffer all through their life. Because I have seen many girls in our family, in our relations, and in our society, despite being educated, they just end up being a simple housewife. I am not undervaluing the job of a housewife, because if you need a family, you need a housewife to look after the family. So that's what I am not doing. I am just talking about exploring the potential that they have and how much they are able to do practically, what we see. So this is the background. This is nothing new. We all know about it, and you must have understood this better than me or better than any male. So I am coming to you with my first question, and I would like to have your insight on this topic. So how can educational institutions play a role in empowering young girls to challenge gender stereotypes and foster gender equality? So what do you say, ma'am?
So basically, Hariji or Hari sir, would we prefer?
Not
I guess
Hariji, better, because that's my nickname. I am
Right.
known by that name only in my family, with friends and relatives and all that.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
So basically, Hariji, what I feel is before coming to the part of the role of education institutions, I think we should be understanding the role of women or the role of girls first. How they are made, how they are. We all that we all are made by God, right?
Yeah.
We are here. We are developed by the God's grace, right? But many of them have oppositions on that. Many of them will definitely agree to that, right? But the fact is, even in our religion or even in our culture, we say that it is Shastra, right? Or we say that it is our like it is a scientific religion that we belong to, right? So basically, we can say every woman or every girl in our on our globe, may her be of any background of any community, first we need to understand she's a girl, right? And every girl, I think, is an empath, right? So as we say that I empathy you in many a things, it is a said, it is a proverb, like I empathy you in everything, right? So girls have that natural tendency to take a part in everybody's pains and everybody's sorrows naturally. They are made in such a way that they are emotionally attached to every smallest thing in the world, to the largest or the hugest responsibility in the world, right?
Yeah.
There is no at all any single place or any single area where girls are not being observed or women are not being observed, right?
Yeah.
So we can definitely say that women are empaths. Why they are empath? Because yes, they have a special let's say technique or mechanism into their bodies which is called as hormones,
Yeah.
right? Like all of the human beings, we all are made with a different synchronization of hormones, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But in women, it is given extra, it is filled in extra by God, that yes, you are the one who are going to actually create and manage this society, so you need a bit of extra dosage from my side.
Yeah.
So I think this excess of hormones, or let's say this dynamics of hormones in them, it makes them more emotional than men. We say na
Right.
ki
Right.
women are more emotional, they are more, they feel everything very much over extreme tolls they take. Sometimes their mood swings are absolutely uncontrollable, right? Why does this happen? Because they are made in that way. They are very sensitive, but at the same time we should not forget that they're very strong as well, right? So yes, I have seen many girls. I do teach many girls daily, and there are many feminine forces around me, always surrounded by. And me being like primarily brought up by my mother, so I am influenced by a feminine force right from
Yeah.
start. So rather than my father or any of the patriarchal person in my family, I'm more attached and I'm more inspired by my mother. If you would even see her, you would say that, "Arey, this is the pre-version of Joglekar."
Yeah.
So yes, I am very much in contact, or I'm very much in relation to the feminine forces. I have also seen, and luck, I don't know if I should call it a luck or if I should call it something of my privilege, that all the women in my family, may them be house wives or may them be professionals, they are working on a very good social background, they're working on a very good career path, and they have been handling good positions as well. So I have always learned that women are both. They are not just Lakshmis, but they are also goddess Durgas. Right? We say na ki arey, we have a Lakshmi at our home. Why Lakshmi? This is again, I would say that this itself is a stereotype, that you want only Lakshmi. You want her to be very soft. You want her to be very kind and very beautiful, but you don't want her to be strong, or you don't want her to be very much stable or constant on her own thoughts and her own opinions. This I have seen developing right from a very young age, even around me. Even I am not much elder. I have gone through the same process. And so I can say that what all other girls are going through is
Yeah.
the standard process or the standard procedure that we have in our society. So
Yeah.
yes, and plus being an educator at a very young age, it gives me one more privilege to actually actually mold them, or actually I don't say I should mold them, but it's just that I should support them, however these feminine students are, or however these girls, they are brought up. Some belong from different communities, some belong from different socioeconomic classes, right? So accordingly, it has a very big impact on them. Yes, as an educator, I feel it is a responsibility of mine to standardize them at the very first stage. They come from different backgrounds, so they're dynamic, they're different, right? But the very first responsibility which comes to the educators is that to normalize them, to standardize them on a single path. That yes, okay, fine. If you come from a very strict family, if you have very strict parents, it's okay. Or if you come from a very open background, if you come from a very sophisticated background, it's okay, fine. We need to accept each other the way we are, and
Yeah.
we need to live with each other the way we are. I can, like, just a small example from my class itself. I can see that two girls from different backgrounds, one from a very different social background, another from a very different background, socio-economic classes specifically, they will never talk to each other on same grounds. They will always have that, it's tutu meme in everything, right? This happens because we have seen them. They must have learned it from their peers or from their
Yeah.
family or something. It
Yeah.
has a
Yeah.
very big impact on them. And being women, we cannot hide. Like men are very good in hiding, in moderating their emotions,
Right.
being very controlled and very stable and very smooth criminals. We cannot do like that. Agar any of the women, she does something and she's guilty, it will be on her face. If any woman has some secrets to keep, she will have it definitely on her face. Okay, nothing can be inside her for a very long time. She will definitely spill out after a some time, right? So, and this I observe at a very young age. Another thing, the role of educators is to make them understand that your stereotypes or the family you belong from, the stereotypes you have heard, are not your limitations, or
Yes.
they can never be your limitations.
Yeah.
Like we tell her to learn to say no to everything, or to some things which are limiting your growth, right? I'm not
Right.
saying that she should be very much out of the rage, or she should say no to everything. No, no, no. The situational analysis she has to learn right from start. She has to be very smart, and she has
Right.
to know what kind of stereotypes are the ones which are actually facts, and the ones which are being imposed. So all the basic impositions which do not have any kind of logic, or which do not have, they are basically patriarchal. So I think she should be able to strongly stand for herself, that yes, I want to do this, I want to pursue this, I'm a man of my own choice, it's my life, right? And I think even the educators should tell them to make their own choices right. Now, who
Right.
will decide this right and wrong is also another story,
Yes.
right? Something right for you may not be right thing for me, or something right for me may not be the right thing for you. So this situation analysis, the educators can give a very good idea on to
Yeah.
their
Yes.
feminine students.
Yeah.
And I think the last role, or one of the roles which an educator can enhance, is of a second parent. I know they have a lot of workload, they have a lot of responsibilities, but other than that, an educator can also be a second parent, a second mentor, a
Yes.
second peer for her,
Yes.
right? So when I say ki, okay, I'm a counselor, I say ki, leave, forget that I'm a teacher for some time, forget that I'm your professor for some time,
Mm-hmm.
and just take it as I'm a sister, I'm an elder sister, and talk it out. Actually, they do. They are so innocent at some stages that they will trust you, and they will tell you all their problems. ऐसा हो रहा है, वैसा हो रहा है, this is happening, he is dominating, she is dominating, and this is bothering me, or something, I cannot do this, or this is limiting, or I'm having this physical issue, that physical issue. Even the things that they cannot share with their parents, they
Yeah.
will share with you.
Right.
if you take them into confidence and if you do not use their problems or their issues for your own sake. I think the educators have a very big role in this, very big.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really very enlightening, and you have given a very good explanation of the reality actually, what kind of mental mindset they have, the young girl. So I'm moving to my next question. What are the some effective strategy for parents and caregivers to instill confidence and resilience in young girls, helping them to resist societal pressures and expectations based on gender? Should I repeat the question? Well, you
No, no,
have.
no, it's fine. It's fine. Again, that I have a different background to start with and end up with
Yes,
that
sure,
question.
sure, sure.
But I think yesterday I just took a small exercise. And as yes, I was invited and I knew that I have to speak on this topic specifically. So that short exercise was I just put up a question on my WhatsApp status, and I asked everybody, even men and women, all of them, to participate in that. And the question was, what is the very much common stereotype you have heard about women? So I got many answers that women have to only be good in households because after all they just have to get married and they should not focus much on their career, or they should not talk to boys much in the young age, or they should not apply too much of makeup in the young age because it will attract a lot of attention, not because it will affect your skin, but it will attract a lot of attention, right? Women are not good drivers. Women cannot drive. A very, very common stereotype, even I have heard a lot of times. And the fact being that I have never experienced a single accident in my whole lifetime. Or, it does not make me a very good driver, but yes, it makes me a safe driver. So, yes, I do appreciate all these people who gave me this response. And let me tell you, they were not just women who responded. All the points or all the stereotypes responses that I loved were majorly from men too. My male students also,
Yeah.
right? And that was quite enlightening for me. That was quite, I was quite happy with that. At least, chalo, you understand what kind of stereotypes the girls are going through, right? So when, as you asked me,